There are 6 gifts you must never accept from anyone, because each one is a trap. The most dangerous thing someone can hand you may not even look dangerous at all. It may come inside a clean box, beneath a bright ribbon, from a person wearing the warmest smile you have ever seen. You will hear the right words. "You deserve this. I was thinking about you. I do not want anything in return." And because you were taught that refusing a gift is rude, you may accept it before asking the one question that could have saved you. What changes between us the moment I take this? Machiavelli understood that people do not always enter your life by force. Sometimes they enter through gratitude. They give before they ask, help before they pressure, and rescue before they reveal what the rescue was meant to buy. The object in your hands may be free, but the new relationship around it may not be. A real gift leaves you with more freedom than you had before. A trap disguised as a gift leaves you feeling watched, guilty, responsible, or afraid to say no. Before we begin, understand that generosity itself is not the danger. The danger appears in what happens when you hesitate. A sincere giver protects your right to choose, even when your answer is no. A controlling giver becomes offended, reminds you of the price, or suddenly changes the way they treat you. That reaction is the receipt they hoped you would never read. It proves the demand was inside the gift from the beginning. Stay until the final gift, because it is the hardest one to recognize. The first 5 can cost you trust, money, peace, or your good name. The 6th can make you protect the person who trapped you. It can make you obey without being ordered, defend them when others warn you, and thank them while your freedom slowly disappears. It does not always come in a box. Sometimes it arrives as the greatest opportunity of your life. But the first trap usually begins much smaller, during the exciting stage when you still know almost nothing about the giver. The attention feels flattering. Their generosity feels rare. Everyone around you may say you are lucky, so you ignore the strange pressure forming beneath the excitement. Then one day, they ask for something that feels far too personal, far too fast, and you cannot understand why saying no suddenly feels like betrayal. The answer is hidden inside the first gift. The first gift you should fear is the gift that is too much, too soon. It is the expensive watch from someone you met 2 weeks ago, the large loan from a new friend, the paid vacation from a new partner, or the business opportunity offered before the person has seen how you work. The problem is not the price. The problem is that the gift is trying to move the relationship forward faster than trust has had time to grow. It creates the feeling of closeness before real closeness exists. Healthy relationships grow in steps. People learn your character, watch how you behave, survive small disagreements, and earn access over time. A gift that is too large can jump over that process. Suddenly, the giver feels entitled to your private life because they spent money on you. They ask where you are, who you are with, why you did not answer, or why you are still being careful after everything they have done. They purchase the appearance of history without living through the years that create it. This is why an oversized gift can feel wonderful at first and heavy later. You do not want to seem ungrateful. You begin forgiving small violations because the person has been so generous. You share secrets you would normally protect. You let them into your home, introduce them to your family, sign something they prepared, or trust them with a decision they have not earned the right to influence. The gift did not prove their character, it only made you lower the price of admission. Watch what happens when you slow the relationship down. Tell them the gift is too much, or say you would rather wait until you know each other better. A sincere person may feel surprised, but they will respect your pace. A controlling person will become offended, wounded, or strangely angry. They will remind you what the item cost, accuse you of mistrust, or make you feel cruel for protecting yourself. That reaction reveals what the gift was meant to buy. Machiavelli would tell you to judge the move by its effect, not by its appearance. Flowers can hide impatience. Money can hide a demand for access. A grand gesture can be a shortcut around the slow work of becoming trustworthy. Never let the size of a gift decide the size of your trust. If trust has not grown naturally, no object should be allowed to drag it forward. And yet, some people know you would reject an oversized gift in private. So they choose a place where hesitation becomes embarrassing. They wait until other people are watching, until cameras are raised, until your family is smiling, and until saying no would make you look like the villain. At that moment, the gift is no longer only between you and the giver. The entire room becomes part of the pressure. That is when the second trap closes. The second gift is the one handed to you where everyone can see your reaction. It may happen at a party, inside an office, during a family gathering, in a restaurant, or in front of a phone recording every second. The giver makes a speech. They tell everyone how much you mean to them. The crowd leans forward, ready for your smile. Before you have even touched the gift, your role has already been written. You must accept, look moved, and prove that the giver is generous. A public gift can be sincere, but publicity changes the test. In private, you can ask what it means, whether there are conditions, and whether you feel comfortable accepting it. In public, those questions sound cold. The audience expects emotion, not judgment. Your discomfort becomes an insult. The giver has placed social pressure around the box, making refusal more costly than acceptance. The pressure becomes even stronger when the gift is something you once said you wanted. Now the giver can claim that they were only listening to you. Everyone wonders why you are hesitating when the present appears perfect. But wanting an object is not the same as wanting it from this person at this time under these conditions. A key can open a door you never agreed to enter, and a ring can carry a promise you are not ready to make. The crowd sees the object, only you can feel the weight attached to it. This is how proposals become difficult to refuse, donations become public debts, and workplace favors become displays of loyalty. Imagine a boss giving you an expensive item in front of the team, then asking you a week later to work through the weekend. Imagine a relative announcing that they paid one of your bills, then telling the family how much they sacrificed for you. Imagine a partner presenting a grand gift after you asked for space. The gift creates a story in which they are the hero, and any boundary you set makes you appear ungrateful. The real question is not whether the gift was given publicly. The question is whether you were given a private choice. A good person can say, take your time, think about it, and return it if it makes you uncomfortable. A manipulator needs an immediate performance. They need your smile, your hug, your public thank you, or your visible acceptance, because that moment becomes proof they can use later. You accepted it in front of everyone. They will say, so why are you changing now? Do not let an audience make decisions for you. You can thank the person without accepting the terms. You can say, this is generous, but I need time to think. If the room becomes uncomfortable, let it. A few seconds of awkward silence is cheaper than months of obligation. The person who truly respects you will care more about your freedom than about completing the scene they planned. But public pressure is not always the darkest use of a gift. Sometimes the giver is not trying to create a new relationship. They are trying to erase what happened inside an old one. The present arrives after an insult, a lie, a betrayal, or another night that ended with you promising yourself that something had to change. You open the door and find flowers, money, food, or something you once said you wanted. For a moment, the pain and pleasure mix together, and that confusion is exactly what the third gift needs. The third gift is the one that arrives instead of an apology. It appears after harm, but before accountability. The giver does not clearly name what they did. They do not answer your questions, accept the consequence, or explain what will change. They simply place something pleasant in front of the wound and wait for your anger to soften. If you smile, use the gift, or let them back inside, they treat your reaction as forgiveness. This trap works because most people hate emotional conflict. A gift offers a quick exit. You can hug, say thank you, and enjoy one peaceful evening without discussing the painful subject. But peace purchased by silence is temporary. The problem remains underneath the surface, and the giver learns a dangerous lesson. Repair is unnecessary when distraction is cheaper. The next violation may be larger because the last one was settled with a package. There is a difference between a gift that follows an apology and a gift that replaces one. The first comes after the person names the harm, listens to its effect, accepts your anger, and begins changing their behavior. The second appears because they want to skip those steps. They may say, "Look at everything I do for you," or ask why you are still upset after they spent so much money. Now the gift is being used as evidence that your pain is unreasonable. This can happen in marriages, friendships, families, and workplaces. A company gives a small bonus instead of fixing impossible hours. A parent buys something expensive instead of admitting they broke a promise. A partner plans a romantic evening instead of answering for repeated disrespect. A friend performs a large favor after exposing your secret. The object may be valuable, but its purpose is to move your eyes away from the behavior that created the crisis. Ask one question before accepting: if the gift disappeared, would the problem still be repaired? If nothing would remain except the same excuse, the same pattern, and the same unanswered questions, then the gift is decoration placed over damage. You do not have to throw it back in anger. You can calmly say that the conversation must happen first. Anyone who truly regrets hurting you will not fear the conversation more than they fear losing the gift. Never allow an object to make a decision that your judgment has not made. Forgiveness is not purchased at a store. Trust is not rebuilt by price. A gift can express care, but only behavior can prove change. If someone becomes angry because the item did not erase the wound, they were not trying to comfort you. They were trying to buy an escape from responsibility. The next trap is quieter because the giver may never pressure you emotionally. They may honestly smile, hand over the keys, and walk away. You feel as if you have won. Only later do the bills begin arriving, the repairs become your problem, and your free time starts disappearing. Then you understand that the gift itself was only the entrance. The real cost was waiting on the other side. The fourth gift is the one that is free to receive but expensive to keep. It may be a car that needs constant repairs, a pet you did not choose, property with taxes, equipment requiring costly supplies, or a membership that becomes your responsibility after the first payment. The giver pays once. You keep paying in money, time, attention, and stress. What looked like an asset slowly reveals itself as a burden transferred into your name. People often calculate the value of a gift, but ignore the cost of ownership. A free car sounds valuable until insurance, fuel, registration, parking, and repairs consume your budget. A free piece of land sounds powerful until you discover unpaid taxes, legal problems, or years of maintenance. A free animal sounds loving until your schedule, housing, and travel must be rebuilt around it. The price tag says zero because the largest price was never printed. There is another reason people pass burdens as gifts. Refusing a gift feels worse than refusing a request. If someone asks you to take responsibility for their failing project, you may say no. If they announce that they are giving you a leadership opportunity, pride may answer before judgment does. The words change, but the burden does not. Manipulators understand that people will carry almost anything if it is wrapped in praise. Before celebrating the honor, remove the wrapping and name the work plainly. This trap also appears without a physical object. Someone gives you a title but no authority, a client who creates endless problems, a project no one else wants, or an opportunity that requires you to spend your own money to make them look successful. They call it a chance to prove yourself. You feel honored, so you accept before asking why everyone else stepped away. The gift gives them relief while transferring the responsibility to you. Before accepting, look past the first day. Ask what this will demand after 1 month, 1 year, and 1 emergency. Who pays for repairs? Who carries the legal risk? Who provides the time? Can you sell it, return it, refuse the added duties, or leave the arrangement? A person offering something honest will not fear clear questions. Be especially careful when the giver rushes you. Hidden costs survive through speed. They say the opportunity will disappear, the papers must be signed today, or someone else is waiting. Urgency keeps you focused on losing the gift instead of understanding it. Machiavelli knew that fortune rewards preparation, not blind excitement. The wise response to a surprising opportunity is not immediate gratitude, it is careful inspection. You do not reject a house because houses cost money, and you do not reject an opportunity because work is required. You reject the lie that the cost does not exist. A good gift can still carry responsibility, but that responsibility must be visible and freely chosen. If the giver becomes nervous when you examine the future probably contains the part they hoped you would not see. Never accept today's pleasure without meeting tomorrow's bill, but money is not the highest price a gift can demand. Some gifts ask you to pay with your silence. The giver waits until no one is present. Their voice becomes lower, the details become vague, and they tell you that nobody else needs to know. You may feel special because you were chosen. What you do not yet realize is that secrecy is about to turn you from a receiver into a participant. The fifth gift is anything you must keep secret to protect the person who gave it to you. It may be money that cannot be explained, property that may not belong to them, private information obtained unfairly, special treatment hidden from your co-workers, or an advantage that violates rules everyone else must follow. The giver may call it trust. They may say you are like family, that smart people help each other, or that only a fool would refuse. But the secret is the true price. Once you accept, the relationship changes. You now possess something that can damage both of you, but the giver usually understands the situation better. They know where it came from, who might discover it, and how the story could be told. If trouble begins, they may claim you asked for it. If you resist a later demand, they may remind you that your hands are no longer clean. The gift has created shared guilt, but not equal power. This is how corruption often begins, not with a huge crime, but with a small exception that feels harmless. A free meal becomes confidential information. A special favor becomes a false signature. A hidden payment becomes loyalty during an investigation. The first gift is a test. The giver watches whether your values can be moved when the reward is pleasant and the risk appears small. Imagine a co-worker quietly giving you information that helps you win a promotion. At first, you tell yourself that you never asked how they obtained it. Months later, they want access to a file that only you can see. They do not threaten you. They simply mention how both of you have helped each other before. That is the moment you discover the first secret was not generosity. It was a bridge built toward the second request. Never confuse secrecy with privacy. Privacy protects something that belongs to you. Secrecy in this trap protects the giver from the consequences of what they did. If the gift is honest, it should survive daylight, a written record, and a reasonable question from someone you respect. If its value depends on nobody finding out, you are not being trusted, you are being recruited. Ask yourself what would happen if the gift became public tomorrow. Could you explain it clearly, without lying? Would you be comfortable showing the message, receipt, or agreement? Would the giver stand beside you and tell the same story? If your stomach tightens while answering, listen to it. Discomfort is sometimes your judgment arriving before your words. Return the gift before it becomes evidence. Do not negotiate for a safer version of the same secret. Do not let embarrassment keep you inside the arrangement. The earlier you leave, the less control the giver can build. A small loss of opportunity is cheaper than living beneath a threat that never needs to be spoken. By now, you may believe the most dangerous gift must be secret, illegal, or obviously manipulative. But the final gift can be completely legal. Your family may celebrate it. Your friends may envy you. It can improve your clothes, your home, your contacts, and the way strangers speak to you. It can make you feel as if your old life has finally ended, which is why you will fight anyone who questions the person who gave it. The final gift is the crown that makes you serve the person who placed it on your head. The crown may be a promotion, an impressive title, access to a powerful circle, a luxurious lifestyle, a public endorsement, or an introduction that changes your career. Unlike the earlier gifts, this one does not merely give you something, it gives you a new identity. You are no longer simply yourself. You are now the person they selected, raised, discovered, or allowed inside. At first, the change feels like freedom. Doors open when you mention their name, people return your calls. Your family looks proud. You begin seeing your old life as small, and you cannot imagine going back. Then the giver asks for the first compromise, not as a command, but as a reminder. Remember who gave you this chance. The compromise will rarely look serious at first. They ask you to keep quiet during one meeting, overlook one lie, exclude one person, or support one decision you do not fully understand. You tell yourself that loyalty requires flexibility. Then each compromise becomes proof that the next one is normal. By the time the demand finally violates something important, your past choices are standing behind you like guards, blocking the road back. That sentence contains the chain. They do not need to threaten you because you are already afraid of losing the person you became. You laugh at something you once found cruel. You defend a decision you know is wrong. You distance yourself from friends who ask uncomfortable questions. You call it loyalty, but beneath the loyalty is fear that without the giver, the crown will be taken away. This trap is powerful because the gift becomes mixed with your self-worth. If the opportunity came from them, you begin believing your value also came from them. They encourage that belief. They tell stories about how lost you were before they arrived, how no one else saw your potential, and how everything you have exists because they chose you. Gratitude slowly becomes obedience because leaving now feels like returning to nothing. Machiavelli studied rulers who depended on borrowed armies. Their power looked impressive, but it belonged to someone else. The moment the owner changed sides, the ruler discovered that his strength had never been his own. The same danger exists in ordinary life. If your confidence, income, reputation, friends, and identity all come from one gatekeeper, then that person does not merely support your life. They hold the switch. This does not mean you must reject every promotion, mentor, introduction, or life-changing opportunity. It means you must build your own ground beneath the opportunity. Learn the skill behind the title. Form relationships that do not depend on one person. Save enough money to survive disagreement. Keep people near you who knew your character before the crown appeared. Most importantly, know what you will not do to keep the gift. Decide before the pressure arrives. If you wait until your status, comfort, and identity are threatened, fear will write your values for you. A gift is safest when you can leave it on the table and remain whole. The moment losing it feels like losing yourself. The object has become your ruler. Build an answer to the question the giver hopes you never ask. Who am I without this? If the title disappears, your skill should remain. If the introduction is withdrawn, your work should still have value. If the relationship ends, your name should still belong to you. Independence does not mean rejecting help. It means turning help into strength you can eventually carry alone. The best opportunity makes you more capable of leaving, not more terrified of it. Watch how the giver reacts when you show independence. A true mentor wants you to become strong enough to stand without them. A hidden owner treats independence as betrayal. They question your gratitude, isolate you from other influences, or remind everyone that they created you. Their anger reveals that they never wanted to build a successor, partner, or equal. They wanted to build an asset. That is the final trap. The crown looks like proof that you have risen, but it can quietly train you to kneel. The title may sound powerful while the person behind it controls every important choice. The lifestyle may look rich while fear determines your behavior, and the opportunity may appear to enlarge your world while making one person's approval the center of it. Now look back at all 6 gifts. The gift that is too much, too soon, tries to buy closeness before trust exists. The public gift uses an audience to make refusal painful. The gift that replaces an apology tries to buy forgiveness without change. The gift with hidden upkeep transfers tomorrow's burden into your hands. The secret gift purchases your silence, and the crown purchases your identity. They look different, but they all perform the same hidden act. They change the relationship before you have agreed to the change. That is why the correct question is not simply, why are they giving me this? People can invent beautiful reasons. Ask instead, who will I be expected to become after I accept it? Will you be expected to become closer, quieter, more forgiving, more responsible, more secretive, or more obedient? Can you still say no next week? Can you disagree without hearing the price repeated? Can you return the object without the person turning against you? Your freedom after the gift tells you more than their smile before it. Do not become so suspicious that you reject honest kindness. That would give manipulators another kind of victory by making generosity impossible to enjoy. Accept gifts from people who respect your pace, your questions, your boundaries, and your right to remain yourself. Treasure the person who gives and does not keep score. Genuine generosity does not need to trap you because your happiness was the entire purpose. But when the price is hidden, slow down. Let the room become awkward. Read the paper, count the future cost, demand the missing conversation, and refuse the secret. If the gift is real, caution will not destroy it. If caution makes it disappear, you did not lose a gift. You escaped a deal. Machiavelli's world was filled with beautiful promises covering sharp intentions, and ours is no different. The easiest chains to place around a person are the ones polished until they look like jewelry. So before you accept what is being offered, look beyond the box, the smile, and the first moment of pleasure. Ask what will change between you and the giver once the gift is yours. A real gift leaves your hands full and your freedom untouched. Anything else is a trap. If you've made it this far, it is because a part of you already knows that the most dangerous gifts are the ones whose price is hidden. Now tell me in the comments, are you ready to question what is being offered before gratitude makes the decision for you? If this message made sense, write, I see the hidden price. Let's see how many people here are done accepting chains wrapped like gifts. And don't forget, keep watching the next video. It is important, much more than you imagine. See you there. If you made it this far, write, I choose freedom in the comments. From now on, let every yes be your own decision. And do not forget to keep watching the next video. It matters more than you imagine. See you there.